Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a timely tarot oracle reading about random shift. If you resonate with the title and or the thumbnail, this is the perfect reading for you, delivered at the perfect time through the language of synchronicity. And this is a general or collective reading. Parts may or may not resonate. Take what works for you and leave the rest. This is also a timely reading, meaning if you're watching it at this time, it's the perfect time for you. If it's been a while since I posted this, what was going on back then in your life, that might give you further clarity. So the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups is talking about a gift coming from the divine, from the Most High, in collaboration with the universe. This is a gift, a cup of love. Now, the cups in tarot quite often do represent romantic love, but it doesn't have to be. This could also represent love of anyone or anything, or also something you love to do or be. But it's saying that this is an everlasting love. This has will bring peace to your heart. It's like a fountain. It just keeps refilling. And you can see the water lilies are starting to grow here. So it's about having a lot of love and beauty in your life. I did a little meditation beforehand, and this is from my painting from my Oracle Tales from the Vector. I started this back in 2007, and in 2020 I completed all 64 paintings. The numbers here represent the paintings as they're listed on my website. So the ego is talking about a karmic space, and it's talking about keeping your ego in check. And really what this quite often means from a spiritual side is that a lot of times when you think about the ego, you think about someone being really boastful, and that could be part of it. But sometimes it's about the ego telling you, hey, you're not anything. Nobody cares about you. You're an insignificant dot in the entire universe. What can one person do? That type of energy. And you're so much more than just your physical body. You are a spiritual being traveling in a physical body. So this is saying, this card is saying, don't let your ego tell you that you don't deserve what is coming towards you. This is a karmic space. And, a lot of people feel karma is about punishment, but karma is actually just cause and effect from your actions or your inactions. You could have direct karma, which is like you do something, you take action, or you don't take action when you should take action. And what happens is you have karma from that. Or you could have indirect karma, which could be unfinished business from your ancestors or even your descendants. It also can be from associations you have with other people. And then there is karmic spaces, which human beings fall into very easily. And ego is one of them. So it can go both ways. You could be very boastful, or you could be on the other side of it where you feel insignificant. And so keep that in check. It's better to be in the middle. All right. And then we have here this is the Nine of Wands, and this is talking about the element of fire. The wands are made of wood, and wood feeds fire. So this is talking about the wounded warrior. It's saying, because we do have a tower here, so we're going to take a look at this, but this is talking about someone who's doing their best to follow their spiritual and path, that they're, being the best person that they can be, doing what they feel is right in their heart, following their authentic desires. It's been a struggle, you can see here, but this person has landed 8 wands behind him, and there's only 10, so he's leaning heavy on the 9th. He's holding it close to his heart, has a bit of a headache there, but he's still standing. And so this is saying it's been really challenging. He's been going through a lot of challenges, but he's managed to, the wands, when they're planted like this, they represent actions that you've taken, that you've seeded, and then those actions growing in, this is the harvest of those actions, whether that be positive or negative. And then we have a tower hitting. So the tower is talking about, it's when your intuition is telling you something and you just don't listen, or you can't hear it. And it's talking about, the tower, when it hits, it's never a convenient thing, for sure. At first, maybe the universe is whispering to you, hey, take a look at that. You might want to take a look at that. Then in your dreams or whatever, you might be seeing something, but you can't quite grab it. And then you get the frying pan treatment, and the universe hits you over the head with a frying pan, whack. And you're like, whoa, why'd you do that? Well, because you need to wake up. There's something really important that you need to take a look at. It's happening, and well, that hurt. And well, it's going to hurt a lot more if you don't take care of it now, but you still don't take care of it. So then the 2x4 comes out, and then after the 2x4, well, lightning hits your tower. And so lightning hits your tower, and kaboom. Now the turret's on fire, your castle is unlivable, you and your partner are falling out of it. And, one of these people is really, really shocked, and the other one is like, oh, I knew I should have done something about this. And so this is kind of saying, if you can nip problems in the bud, this is a reality check that hits. And so it's a reality check for both people. Sometimes the reality check, as I said, it's something like it's something that wasn't nipped in the bud, and it's also something that changes. Like it's something that causes you to have to rebuild something, and to bring awareness to the fact that you're not, the reality you're living is really, you're missing something very important that's happening in the background. So when this hits, it can be, quite often, it's always uncomfortable for everyone, but it quite often will bring justice into unjust situations. The reality check might, justice is a two-edged sword. So it might hit one of these people one way, and it might hit the other one the other. It's uncomfortable for both. But sometimes you'll look back and you'll say, whoa, that was the best thing that ever happened. Thank God that happened. And you would never say that. It might be like a year later, but you'll see it like, oh, thank goodness. And then here we have the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles energy, this is the Pentacles in Tarot represent your health, wealth, and happiness on the third dimensional world. This is talking about money, of course, because you need money to be able to survive on the planet. But you could have all the money in the world and still not be living the lifestyle that you want. So this is talking more about lifestyle. And it's money is a big part, but it's not everything. If you have a lot of money, but you don't have health and you don't have love in your life, well, then you're not going to be living your best lifestyle. And so the King of Pentacles is representing someone that other people look up to for his business acumen. This represents an energy of someone who's very good at business, and probably quite often works in like the banking industry or with something to do with financing. So this could if this is someone at the top of his game. So it would if it's someone in a bank, it would be a bank manager or higher of that level. This also can represent the energy of, let's see, it could be someone who is an accountant or a financial advisor, insurance salesman, wealth management, that type of energy, retirement planning, estate planning. And they would be someone that is a partner in an established firm in that case. Also, this can represent the energy of a businessman that is an entrepreneur that is doing very well. It could be the head financial advisor for a large corporation. What else? This energy quite often, the element, the pentacle, the element of the pentacle is earth. So this is earthly matters, and this quite often does represent real estate as well. Land, people who are in, land development, the building industry, contracting, real estate. This would all be like people this could be commercial real estate, something that has, if it's a real estate agent, this would be someone that is like well established and, with, high-end clients. So this is talking about financial matters, etc. And it's talking about, this could be your energy, or it could be someone you're consulting with after this tower hit, or it could be someone that, something to do with Pentacles and your lifestyle that caused this tower. So we'll see here. And then we have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is representing this energy of This is quite often considered the marriage card in tarot. It definitely is about, it could be about marriage. It doesn't have to be. It could also be about commitments and partnerships in business, etc. And this energy is talking about, basically you have the down payment for the castle, but you have to still make the mortgage payments. It's the beginning of fulfillment, the promise of fulfillment. And this is an energy of someone popped the question, the answer was yes, and now you are planning the wedding, but you're going to have to pour energy into the relationship to keep it fulfilling and for it to reach its full fulfillment. So this is generally moving forward in a good way card. Let's continue and see what else is going on. So we do have this card talking about someone who wants to expand their horizons. They're standing on the precipice of change. This quite often represents an energy of moving forward in a totally different way. He is overlooking into the horizon, and he is watching the ships go by here. There's some ships sailing by. I know this looks like it could be sand, but it's just because the sun is shining on the water, making it golden. And he's thinking, I'd like to hop on one of them babies and go on an adventure. This is an energy of someone quite often. This card for me represents someone who has been in a couple and is moving forward as a single person, or has had a partnership and is deciding to move forward as the single owner of a business, that type of energy, after a commitment, partnership, or marriage. And another thing that's very interesting with this card here, and when these ones come up together, this sometimes can represent a portal. It's very much a portal energy. And this is talking about sometimes the 111-11-11 portal. Now, the 111-11-11 portal is a phenomena that happens, and it's when the universe is trying to get your attention. All of a sudden, you'll start seeing 111 and 1111 all over the place. For instance, like you could be sitting at your computer, and all of a sudden you glance at the clock, and it's 11:11. And then you realize, oh, I've got to check. I have that appointment at 1:30, and so you Google it, and you look at you're looking up the address and how long it's going to take you to get there, and it's at 111 11th Avenue, and it's going to take 11 minutes for you to get there from where you are, and you're like, oh, okay. And then as you're leaving to your house and you glance at the clock and it's 1:11 and you're like, oh, good, I still have 20 minutes to get there. And on your way, though, there's a detour. It's just a short detour, but the vehicle in front of you on the license plate is 111. And you're like, what? And this is the energy of the universe trying to grab your attention. This is one way the universe can do it, and is through these numbers. And the 111-11-11 portal is saying, be careful, because you're manifesting at a very high level right now. And when you're manifesting at a high level, you want to keep your thoughts on where you're going, not in the difficulties getting there, because that's what you manifest, what your thoughts are. And after this happens, you'll notice you'll start seeing 111-11-11 everywhere. And then all of a sudden you realize, when I see that number, I'm having a negative thought. So sometimes having negative thoughts and entertaining them can be like a bad habit we get into, and we don't even notice we're doing it. And it can cause us to manifest a lot more bad luck instead of what we want to manifest. And so I feel that might be significant for someone here. Now, if you weren't seeing it, you might start seeing it now. And that's the universe saying, hey, you powerful manifester, you. And that's about this ego thing right here that I was talking about earlier. It's about being in a space where you don't let your ego tell you that you're nothing, and that you what are you talking about? It's a coincidence that you're seeing 111-11-11 everywhere you go. Don't pay any attention to that. It's that type of energy. And because we do have the Ace of Cups here, which can represent a divine love being sent your way, This definitely could represent, pay attention. Someone's trying to come into your life. Hey, and he might even be rich if he's the king of Pentacles, so he could be a huge improvement in your lifestyle. And then we have this energy here, which is talking about the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is victory. So there's a lot of fiery, passionate energy here. So this is talking about, victory after being in some sort of competition or a battle. So this could be, like a sporting event. This could represent an energy of maybe there was a promotion at work. And, the people in the background here, they look a little bit disgruntled, some of them. They really wanted the position too, but you were clearly the leader. Look how proud you are. And it's because you were able to rein in your emotions and discipline your mind that you were able to say, that you are the leader, the clear leader. And that's what this card is saying. Because you were able to rein in your emotions and pay attention to the signs coming towards you, you are, you're the winner. Congratulations. We don't know what you won yet, but and look at this. We have the shift disturber here. This is kind of interesting energy. So this is a walking contradiction. We don't know. There's the odd time that this energy comes out and it's like, okay, it's innovative thinking. But there's a lot of times where it comes out where it's like, we don't really understand what this dude's up to. He's planted 2 swords here and he's sneaking off with 5. He's got this bright red cap on and these bright red boots on, and yet he's sneaking around in broad daylight. So sometimes this energy can talk about someone who's a thief, but they're not a thief in the night. They're a thief in broad daylight. Someone that's a pencil pusher, a paper pusher, doing work at their desk, and it looks like they're doing their job, but they're not doing their job. They're doing white-collar crime. Like this can represent, theft of intellectual property, identity theft. This can represent, money laundering, that type of energy where the person's sitting at their desk, but you can't tell that they're a thief. And this energy is a walking contradiction, as I said. He's looking back at the past at these 2 swords, which could represent a relationship that you've left. The swords in tarot represent the element of air, and they're about your thoughts. And your thoughts are expressed through words, and words could be written, and they can also be spoken. So this can be representing intellectual material, patents that are being, taken, that type of energy. It could be a lot of forgery, identity theft, money laundering, those types of crimes. And he is not looking where he's going. But he's looking back, but moving forward, and he's not looking where he's going. And I've never in my life seen anyone in real life carry swords like this. Like, these are so sharp. If he was to trip, which he could easily do, he could lose his hands. Like, this is so dangerous. And if he's this dangerous with his own energy, do you think he's going to be any more safe with yours, So he's it's a very different energy. And sometimes this energy can even represent what is referred to as the 7-year itch, which is when you're in marriage and other commitments. The 7-year itch refers to, it's a statistic that when people get married, if they don't get divorced in the first year, that's the most common, if you can imagine that. And that's about not giving it the old college try. And then this energy is talking about at around the 7-year mark is when someone gets itchy and they want to leave, and it's all of a sudden they just, okay, I got to go. Like, I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. So he could be sneaking away from a relationship of 7 years, and that could be, because there is some marriage here. This also, it's interesting because this can also be someone who, after 7 years of owning a house, this is common also, that some people, after owning a house for between 7 and 8 years, they get rid of it. And it's like they walk away and they loved it and it was great, but hey, I'm ready to go. And that's just the way they are. And they'll leave everything for someone else to deal with because they got to get out of there. And then it can also be in business partnerships, the same type of energy. So yeah, this could be about a 7-year itch. Use your intuition. There's something about all these, like how many, we have 9 wands here, plus 4 is 13, plus 3 is 16, plus 6 is 22. 2 plus 2 plus 4. I was just kind of trying to see if there was any numbers here that were significant, but I don't really, I can't, I'm not grabbing it. So this is talking about reconciliation. This energy is talking about someone from your past or the past coming back to you. Reconciliation would imply that there has to be forgiveness of something, and with this energy, this quite often appears. This could be someone that shows up after sneaking away and now they're back again because you're victorious now. You know, that type of energy. And they might have been the reason why they were causing you all these problems, like you know, in the background, and you weren't even aware of it. And so this is the 6 of Cups. I mean, when you first look at this, you think, oh, there's children playing with flowers and cups at the, you know, in the yard, and there's someone watching over them. But then when you look again, wait a minute, that's a gnome and that's a little woman. And this little woman, if you look at her from the back, she looks like an old hag. And if you look at her from the front, she looks young. They're both wearing the white mitt, and the old hag is like, we don't want your stupid flowers. They're not even yours to give away. You know, go away. But this young woman, she is like explaining and being nice. You know, we don't want to get our hands dirty. And this is saying, if someone from your past comes back who has been who caused a major tower for you, are you going to be nice to them? Are you still people pleasing? Because this is an energy of, you know, be careful about taking people in from the past. And also, this can, there's other illusions in this. Sometimes this can represent you're not, that there was illusions about your childhood that are maybe part of this, whatever's going on here. And this is talking about like the white flowers in the cups here. They represent, in tarot, white flowers represent the energy of innocence. But these are not innocent flowers because they're from the nightshade family. This is Datra, and Datra is, it would be very, it wouldn't be good to have around children because if they ingest it, they can become very sick. This is sometimes, Datra is used by shamans some shamans to heal childhood wounds through visions. And this energy, or this person in the background that was watching over them, is actually some dude walking down the path. He could be a stranger for all we know. So this is like a lot of illusions probably around the past and even all the way back to your childhood. And it could be part of the whatever's going on here. So let's continue. We have someone juggling pentacles. And so juggling lifestyles. So sometimes this can be an energy of maybe you know, this was someone from your past and they were juggling pentacles. This is about multitasking, being really, really busy, and it gaining momentum. You see the ships are getting bigger as we go, and it's interesting because it's sitting on this ship card and you wanting to go on an adventure and just get away from all of this. Or is this person's energy here? Is this talking about this distant horizon, talking about global energy, like money transfers going globally, that type of energy? Someone's sitting at their desk and moving money. This card is saying, if you're going to be juggling, juggle your options, but never juggle your morals. And I feel someone's been juggling their morals in more than one way. And then we have this energy of the Page of Swords. Now, the Page of Swords sometimes can represent an investigator, a private eye, that type of energy. This can, using technology, this could be like tapping phones, hidden cameras, someone that has hired a private investigator, you know, spy energy, that type of energy. The pages would work for the king and queen when they were very young, 7 to 14 years of age. So going back, it could be someone from your past, like from elementary or high school. And this is, talking about this person. And look at this. I've never noticed this before, but the Page of Swords has red shoes on. You know? And I'm noticing that for a reason, I feel like. So this could be someone from elementary school or high school. And this is someone, sometimes this can represent, you know, the pages would work for the king and queen, as I said, when they were young. Because back then, people didn't have long life expectancy like they do now. It's about half of what we have. So, you know, there wasn't childhood as we remember it. But this energy, he's not looking at the element of the sword, his thoughts, because he already logically knows what the question is. He is looking away because he wants to think outside the box for the answer. Quite often this can represent a breath of fresh air, an aha moment, like, aha, I figured it out. I know what's going on here. And I just had one of those, which is why I'm like, this is like, I just had the weirdest email this morning. And it was regarding a social media platform. And it was really weird because there was an energy there. All of a sudden, you know, they're saying there was I don't know, something happened on my account. It's nothing serious. It was just like check into it. And it was like a high school reunion type energy. Someone from on a reunion, a high school reunion platform. And I was like, wow, I barely, I left high school and I don't know people from high school anymore. So I didn't feel it had anything significant, but now it's coming up here. So maybe this reading, I should pay attention to it. If I start seeing 111 and 1111, I'll let you know. Put it in the comments if you do. But in any case, this is saying like this person is thinking outside the box and they're looking for, okay, what's really going on here? And that's why I kind of went, what the heck? So, and where is the real love coming in? Like with this energy here, this is the other question I have. So this is talking about being on your, you know, working away at landing these opportunities and having a harvest from it. This is some sort of sneaky energy and probably from someone from your past. This could be all the way back to elementary and high school. This is representing a fresh thought that comes in. So this is some sort of communication coming in. And that would be the main task of the pages. So this, in the old days, it would always be in person. But nowadays, this energy, and it would always be a male, but this can easily be a female. That is in her masculine energy, as well as like all the different ways we have of communicating now, which could be like a phone call, a text message. This could represent something coming in the mail. It could be an energy of, let's see, I'm trying to think. My mind is like I'm getting a download here about like okay what this is about, but it's distracting me. So I'm going to stay focused here. Like what's happening here is this person they have the logical question and now they're looking away and they're using their intuition, and that's what's happening with me. I'm looking away from the cards and going, oh, okay. Like I feel like there's some sort of information coming in that's going to be very important. Pay attention to your intuition right now. And this is talking about some sort of juggling that's been going on, and it could be lifestyle, it could be pentacles, it could be morals, and then the 11111. And this could represent in someone that you have a commitment with, an ex-partner, a partner that you have now. But we have this new love coming in, so why would you have new love coming in but mind you, this could be representing something you love to do or be. So take it in context with whatever is happening here for you. It's a very different reading. There's a lot of information coming in, but bottom line is there's something going on that's, like your intuition is trying to tell you something. Pay attention to your dreams as well. If you're leaving the reading here, thank you for your time and energy. Give it a like and comment if you will, please. It does help me build my channel, and I really, really, excuse me, and now I've got the hiccups. I appreciate it. I'm going to clarify now with this oracle. And I had done a slight meditation after earlier, and this is the card that came out. It was the Ego card. This is from actually when I was in Peru, this series of ink drawings. This is a reproduction. That was in Peru. I did a ceremony with shamans. And the outdoor toilet had bats living in it. The jungle was a very weird place to be. And if you had a high ego around there, you were like, oh, that was scary, the bats. But this is energy. Yeah, it's saying there is some sort of lover coming in. The numbers on these cards represent the paintings as they're in the order that they are on my website. If you want to check it out, it's talesfromthevector.com. I'm putting all the numbers in the box below, in the description box below, and the information if you want to see the website. But there's definitely some sort of energy coming in of a new lover, or this is talking about a past one. But this lovers is talking about a twin flame energy, someone that's meant to come in and really improve your lifestyle. It's almost like it's at a very high soul level. And quite often people refer to it as the twin flame relationship. And it's basically like you share almost like one soul. It's a very tight relationship, but it doesn't have to always be a romantic partner, but usually it is, and quite often it can be really challenging relationship because you're so much alike. Then we have the Magician energy here, and the Magician is talking about an energetic upgrade. So this is talking about having the tools that you need to be able to move forward through hardship or without. And I mean, if you've already landed 8 and you're on your 9th, you're doing really, really well. So this is giving you that extra passion to carry forward the action so you can complete the project. This is a tactic, destruction. This is really interesting because when I was in the jungle, I was with a group of people, and we were talking quite a bit about wanting to, really benefit have respect for the jungle, for the rainforest, and it's coming up here. So, but there's some sort of destruction. The destruction is this actually progress in motion, or is there a better way that we could do things? And also we have expectations. So this is talking about. Yeah, I do feel that like this energy here, if it's representing overseas type energy, it's a foolish expectation that's happening. It's not going to happen. This is when the fool goes on his journey at the 0 point and takes a direction of expecting that you can get away with this, or that it's going to work out a certain way. And expectations always create limitations. The universe will, and God, the way that it works, it's never exactly the way we think it's going to be. And so if we have expectations, we can miss out on a lot because it's not coming in the way we expect it to, so we don't accept it. Or it can be leading us down a path that's full of oh, well, this is what I expect, but it's not necessarily the way that the path that you want to be on. So it's better to anticipate your future, just, and use your intuition as well as your logic. We have the solar plexus energy. This is about having the courage to be able to move forward, and it's saying breathe, basically. And you may say, well, Colette, that's really weird to say breathe, but it's talking about breathing deeply and breathing through your nose so that you get more oxygen to your brain, because it looks like this is a confusing situation. You may need more oxygen. But look at this. As soon as this person goes single here, as soon as this is like, okay, this is someone who's on their own now. And this could be leaving a group, this could be leaving a person, this could be leaving a marriage, could be leaving a lot of different things behind. Then there's victory, because now you're on a foolhardy journey and you're anticipating the energy, manifesting at a very high level, and making sure you use your intuition to have a strong result. And it's really weird because we have the devil energy at the top here. And so the devil is about temptation. In my oracle, the devil is a beautiful dragonfly on a hot pink background, because the devil's not going to tempt you with something ugly. The devil's going to say, oh, look at this. This is beautiful. You're going to love this. So whenever that card comes up, I always clarify it with the next card up. I want to see, you know, the devil doesn't do his own dirty work. So let's see, what minion does he send in, or does God cover it? What happens here? And we have, oh my goodness, a father figure. Turning princes into frogs. So this could be a father figure of someone, someone involved in this energy that it could be a father figure for you, or it could be father figure for someone else that is not on the up and up here. There's something going on here. That's so interesting. So a father figure. Now this could be your own father. It could be father. You could be a father. This could be father of your children. This could represent someone that you look up to as a father figure, like uncles and, that type of energy. Someone that you have a lot of respect for. Could be an elder of some sort, that type of energy. So yeah, it could be experts of some sort, someone that you look up to and you ask them for advice. And I also say that the number one father figure that I know of is God. And so when I need spiritual advice in particular, I'm going to go straight to God. And so I feel like this is God covering it. But the turning princes into frogs energy instead of turning frogs into princes, whatever that's about. So, and then we have the Hierophant on the bottom here. So this is talking about some sort of justice and a blessing coming through. All right, I don't know if this was, I'm really going to sit down and meditate some more on this one, because I feel like there's some information that was coming to me. If you, if this resonates with you, let us know in the comments below. I'd be interested to see. With these random readings, I never know. Sometimes I'm like, I'm not even going to post this. I don't even, but then someone inevitably contacts me and says, no, call it. Like, this is exactly what I needed to know. And I'm like, okay. So I'll post it, and we'll see what's going on for some of you. I do hope it does empower you. Consider subscribing if you resonate, and I'll be back with another reading about random shifts soon. Bye for now. Sorry, little kitty.